Alright, everybody. We're cooking back on the truck with the air fryer today. And I did not want... I got sick and tired of eating the same thing, so I went to Wegmans. I'm sorry if this thing is... I'm having to shout because I don't know how loud this fryer is. That and the truck is running too. Let me see if I can remedy that real quick. There's a store in the Northeast called Wegmans. They have them in Virginia too. Wegmans had home-style beef meatloaf, small, $7.50. And you get this right here, meatloaf. It's pretty damn big for a small meatloaf. Now, you're supposed to be able to cook it in this pan. This pan will not fit in my air fryer, so I'm going to have to take it out. It says 350 for about 60 minutes. Well, an air fryer is nothing more than a convection oven. A lot of people think, oh, it's a fryer. No. You basically have a miniature convection oven. It's a heating element with a fan that circulates the heat. Same as what every stove in America has right now. Every modern stove. My stove at home happens to have one. So we're going to bake this. The thing with the Farberware air fryer is it goes from 320 to 400. So I'm kind of having to gauge where 350 is. So along with this, we're going to have a baked potato. I'm utilizing not one, not two, but 3 different appliances on my truck in this video. Baked potato, the old microwave russet potato, the microwavable deal. You just, according to the directions, remove, poke, do not poke holes in wrap. 1 potato, cook about 5 minutes. So, 5 minutes. I'm probably going to have to go about 7 because my microwave is a bit underpowered. And then for vegetables, I got a bag of these. Green beans. They're fresh green beans that I'm marinating in some Olive Garden Italian dressing. There you go. Golly, the lighting is horrible today. Let me see here if I can. There we go. Is that better? Yeah, that's better. Green beans in Italian dressing. So that's going to be dinner. We'll be right back. Alright, this thing is preheated. I'm going to take out a little bit of insurance here. Spray it down. We're going to plunk this meatloaf in there. Ooh, it's already sizzling. Get it back in there. Turn that dial up to 30. And now we wait. I'm cooking the meatloaf first so it has a chance to rest before I do the potatoes and the green beans. I'm going to be doing the green beans in the Instant Pot. Maybe. Depends on how lazy I am. I may saute them in the Instant Pot. I may decide just to cook them in the air fryer. Since I'm already just dirtying one appliance. I could saute them in the Instant Pot though. With a little bit of olive oil. And garlic. I might not do that. Probably not. Fun fact. This meatloaf has something called encapsulated salt in it. And I looked up what encapsulated salt is. I'm like, what is it? Salt inside of a capsule? And sure enough, that's exactly what it is. They coat the salt in vegetable oil. In a thin layer of vegetable oil. And the reason why they do that is because if they were to just stick salt inside that meatloaf along with the peppers and onions and everything else and breadcrumbs that's in it, a chemical reaction would cause water along with the meat. A chemical reaction would cause water to leak out, and it wouldn't be as solid as it was in the store, and it wouldn't keep as long. So they encapsulate the salt in vegetable oil. Not only is it going to cause that salt to season the meat properly, But that vegetable oil that's in that encapsulated salt, which I imagine there's very little in this. I mean, the nutrition facts on here say there's 22 carbs in the whole meatloaf and 640 milligrams of sodium. Now, keep in mind that's the beef and the seasonings and everything else. They say there's Memphis barbecue seasoning in here. I didn't see that. So the vegetable oil is going to melt off that salt and actually lubricate the meatloaf and cause it to be nice and moist. But I got it cranked up to 30 minutes. I'll check it after 30 minutes. Maybe have to flip it over. Actually, I'll check it after about 15, and we'll see where we're at there. And then we'll go to the next step. All right, it's been about 15 minutes, over 15, well, almost 15 minutes. Let's take a look at this. Oh, yes. Yes, where's my bag of utensils? Where's my stuff? Oh. Come here, spatula. Scrape off some of this fat. I'm actually going to turn this over. Get in there with my spatula. Wow! Oh yeah, we need to turn that over. And another 15 minutes on that side. We'll be back. Alright, the first 30 minutes are up. This is looking good. Nice and crusty on the outside. Still not done in the middle. I know it's not done in the middle, but give it the old flip. I wonder something. Let me see here. We'll be right back. So I'm worried about this thing getting too dark. As you can see, it's really, really dark right now. I'm gonna go ahead and try to flip it back over. It's won't flip. And I don't want it to burn. So I took a loaf pan, a little mini loaf pan that I bought, and with my shears, my Sabatier shears, I cut it. Those things will cut through anything, guys. And I'm going to tint this while it cooks the rest of the way. If I could get it to lay flat. Why won't it lay flat? There we go. That's good enough. Now we're going to tint this. Tinting the loaf. Perfect. Come on. No, you don't. No, you don't. Not on me, you don't. That's what she said. Get in there. There we go. Now, we're going to let this go for another 30 minutes, and with it being tinted like that, it should not get it should not get much darker on the outside. It's a perfect color right now. I love the way it is. Let me check on it. Yeah. Because that heating element is real close. So, we'll be back in another 30 minutes. Find out what's going to go on with it here. Alright, here we go. This is going to be hot. Look at that. I think it's done. It's been an hour. I really don't want to cut into it, but I really don't want to cut into it. It looks too good. You know what? Let's go ahead and cut into this. Let's make sure it's done, because I don't like raw ground beef. It's gonna go a little bit longer. We'll put our tent back on it. And I'm gonna go at least another 20 minutes on this. And we'll be back. Alright, it's been almost time. We're gonna check this out here. See if this thing is done yet. Sorry, folks. I think it's done. I think we're there. Alright. Now, a lot of people are saying, Joe, you gotta put glaze on a meatloaf, Joe. You want to be glazed? That's what she said. In here, ketchup, mustard, Worcestershire sauce, salt, pepper, Italian garlic seasoning, and a little bit of honey. So what? Let the glaze get inside the meatloaf tube. This might work, this might not work. We're going to go back in. I'm going to go for 2 minutes. And see what that gets us. We'll be back. Alright, timer just went off. Look at that glaze. Looking good. Alright. I'm going to pop that back in here. And then we'll move on to part 2. I'm going to put this air fryer to the side. And then we'll be back with part 2. Alright, part 2 is this. Potato. Says cook it for 5 minutes. I'm probably going to go about 7. We're going to let it rest in the microwave. This is a baked potato. Everybody knows what a baked potato looks like. I don't need to show off a baked potato. We'll be back with part 3. Alright. Promise you 3. I'm going to give you 3. The Instant Pot's warming up. We'll be back. Alright. Going to go in with some non-stick spray. Trying to keep everything in using one utensil here, so. Alright, non-stick spray's going in. Green beans marinated in Italian dressing. Oh yeah, they gonna get sauteed. Kick it up a little bit more. Garlic and herb. Going in. And these are not going to take long. We'll be back in a minute. Alright. I don't know if you can see that or not. There you go. They're sauteing up. They're looking good. We'll be back in just a few more minutes when these get done. They're almost done now. Getting some color on them. Yeah. We'll be back. We're going to put it all together. Alright, folks. So we got our meatloaf, which doesn't look like much because I tried to chop it and the outside actually got a nice crust on it. So I played hell cutting it open. Well, that's about half of it. We have our Italian green beans and a baked potato. 3 different appliances. 1 big rig. I'm going to go eat.